Hello, St. Michaelites and friends. We are on the precipice of a very exciting Sunday at St. Michael's as we welcome back, for the first time in 4 years, Matthew Wilkinson as our music director, assisted by our faithful Ann Hood, who's been with us now, plugging away with us, and such an exciting time. And Matthew, you've been away now from St. Michael's for these 4 years. Tell Ann and me kind of what you've been up to over these years away from Charleston.
Sure. So originally I went to the Hochschule für Musik in Freiburg, which is a great university in Germany. We had a great time there, Melanie and I. We traveled a lot. We were able to kind of see a lot of Germany and Austria and the surrounding countries. I had two main teachers over there, so I learned some organ improvisation and then also worked a lot on repertoire. And then started trying to get concerts, did, a fair decent amount of concerts. That got interrupted somewhat by COVID. So the whole COVID pandemic thing happened while we were over there. And then when everything totally shut down, we actually moved back to the United States for about 6 months, where we were sort of simultaneously doing music at like 3 different churches. So Melanie would sing a little at St. Philip's and at St. James, and I was playing piano at Church of the Resurrection in North Charleston, sort of while classes were online for a few months, because otherwise we would be stuck in our little 1 studio apartment. And but then had to go back over there and finish, and even despite the ups and downs of there's lockdowns, there's not lockdowns, which is a little harsher in Germany than in South Carolina, I'm sure.
To be clear, you were over there to get a degree. Tell us about the degree.
Yeah, the degree is a master's in organ. And so you could get a master's in organ or a master's in church music, but they have a very, very strange system that if your bachelor's is not in German church music, then you cannot do a master's in church music. Because, but got a master's in organ performance, and it was a great time. And then while we were over there, Melanie became pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And so then after we moved back, I went to Denton, Texas, which is slightly north of Dallas, where I've been pursuing my DMA, the Doctorate of Musical Arts in organ, at the University of North Texas. And right after we moved there, so we moved there when Melanie was 8 months pregnant, and like 2 weeks before the semester began, Melanie gave birth to Annika. Yeah, and she was baptized in an Anglican church, actually a Reformed Episcopal church, Chapel of the Cross in Dallas, which we would sometimes go to. I needed a job, so I worked in a Methodist church for a little while, which killed me. But then, I prayed that God would deliver, and He sort of provided the opportunity to work at Christ Church Plano. And I wasn't even looking. A friend of a friend told me that they might need someone, and then had the audition. They never even posted it anywhere, and then I became the organist there. And that actually happens to be the provincial cathedral for the Anglican Church in North America. So it's the seat of Archbishop Foley Beach. And so that was a great experience, just to see how another Anglican church really did their worship differently, and things that I thought worked well, and learned a lot from the director and assistant director there, and it was great. And now I'm happy to be back, and happy to be working with the two of you, and definitely happy to get the choir and the children's choir going again, and to be playing with the band, and lots of exciting things coming up.
It's very exciting. Well, when you were getting your degrees in Germany and in Texas, how are you spiritually? Was it an easy time spiritually, or a challenging time in your own spiritual journey with the Lord?
In some ways it was one of the best things for our marriage, for Melanie and I, because when we went to Germany, we only had each other. And it was kind of lonely at times. It was really lonely for Melanie because she didn't speak any German. And so, but then we had these great experiences, bonding together, visiting places. One of the things we really enjoyed was the places that you could visit living over there were places that you would never go if you went over there for 2 weeks. You'd never go to Niederrotweil to play a 1670 organ with one manual in a church that's only open like once a month for a service, but then you randomly get hired to play a baptism, and then oh, so now you're playing, this amazing organ that you never would have known about, and in this little village that no tourists go visit. And so we had all these unique experiences, and but it really was great for our marriage. I mean, our marriage was great beforehand. Like there was no complaints, but just only having each other was really special. And then it was difficult being over there. I won't lie, the church scene in Germany is a little crazy. There's not really much Anglicanism, and what Anglicanism there is extremely liberal.
Okay.
And so it was difficult. So when we first moved, we actually were singing at the cathedral, the Münster. So we sang couldn't partake of communion, but we were singing in the choir at the Catholic cathedral in town.
Okay.
And then when everything shut down, then it was really difficult. We'd watch services online sometimes. We'd try to go when we could. It was nice during the time we were in the United States to actually be able to help several churches do their live streams and their services online, and that actually was great. Texas, Christchurch, Plano was great for us. The choir is a fully professional choir, and Melanie didn't sing in the choir, so it was a little hard to find community because it was a humongous church, and I had a job to do and going there. And we lived like an hour, 45 minutes from the church. So the communal aspect was a little bit different and a little bit difficult. But God provided. It just takes time to really build a community, and we have a community here, so we're super happy to be back with that.
Well, and the journey you've been on with marriage, a daughter, these degrees now, and just this world experience, we will be so blessed walking this new journey now with you. And as exciting as that is, we're so grateful also for Anne just being here, so faithful Sunday by Sunday with an amazing heart and gifted on the keyboard. So I guess the question that I might have for both of you is, how do you envision this great Matthew Ann team moving forward in this new season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to work with you, Ann, and I think it's going to be a great team. We're going to do a lot with being able to give a bunch of sustenance to the sound. Yeah. So especially on the contemporary music, it'll be super useful to have two keyboardists. So, on the contemporary and the renewal music, to be able to have piano with organ behind it gives it a real sense of depth, oomph. And then especially for the 9 a.m. as well, it'll be a great addition to the band to be able to have that. Melanie will be leading up children's choir, but Anne will also be helping with that, and Anne has a lot of experience with
and
children's
you'll be there
choir.
with the kids.
Do you want to speak a little bit about your experience with children's choir?
I love children. I taught the school for 22 years at First Baptist in Teal, and had a wonderful children's choir at Holy Cross. Was there for 22 years on Sullivan's Island. So I'm looking forward to it. It's all the fun things.
And how many children did you have in that children's choir?
And the boys' choir had 55 at one
That's
point.
a lot.
It's a lot.
Of
And I still hear from them. They're too cute. I hear them they get me on social media. They ask me to join, and I do, because some of them went on to do music, and it's a lot of fun to see that.
Yeah, so
It's a great time in my
the
life.
three of us all teaming, Melanie and I and Ann all teaming up on children's choir. Hopefully we can get something going there, which I'm excited about.
And so this Sunday, Labor Day weekend, the band is back at 9,
It is.
choir's back at 11, and one of them music at 8. So I wish Sunday was today. I'm ready.
Me
I'm
too.
ready. So grateful for you both, and this is a real, just the deepest joy to see both of you work together. So we'll see you all on Sunday as we begin a new season together. God bless you, St. Michaelites and friends.